All right, let's go ahead and set up some of our hardware and start testing some of the software too. You can see in this physical, the hardware setup, you can see I have the microbit here, and that's connected to my computer with this cord, with this USB cord that I bought specifically for this project. It can do the data and the power. And right now, I don't have any program running on the microbit. When you take your microbit out of the box, it will probably have a demo program on there. And so as soon as it gets power, you might actually see things showing up on the screen. And then separately, I have our external power with the cord that came with it. So this is like a power only cord, but that's okay because we really are just using it to power the breakout board. Here is the Key Studio breakout board with the pins that we connected earlier. I have pin 8 with the yellow, and then the red and the black match to the red and the black on the Key Studio breakout board. And then those run to the LED strip so that when we start sending a signal out from the microbit, the LED strip will light up. Now, if we go over to our computer, we'll need to pull up the website that lets us create the code to run our microbit. So we go to makecode.microbit.org, and you'll see a screen that looks a lot like this, or maybe identical. Well, you may have some different projects at the bottom or none. But then what we'll do, we'll go ahead and just click a new project here. And we'll name it. We'll do, just a little test project, I guess. Why not? And we'll make that. All right, cool. All right, so now we've created a new blank project, and you can see here a few menu items across the top. This will take you back to the home page. This microbit icon will do the same. You can actually send your code to other people if you want to. We're going to be sticking with this block-based programming, but you can write in Python or JavaScript if you're feeling like you want another challenge and you want to take on some coding, and then some other menu options over here. Then on the left side again, you see this microbit kind of image, and that's the emulator for the microbit. So actually, as you make changes to your code in this canvas area, if it makes any changes to this LED screen, or if you add some peripherals, you can actually see those show up on the emulator. It's not always perfect, but it's actually quite good, and it's great for doing some prototyping, and you're even able to hit those buttons if you want and see how those make your code respond if you hook that up. So that's all great. And then in this middle section, you see these different sections, and it's the different code blocks that you can put into your program to make it do different things. Now, we're not going to run through all of those because you can do that on your own. And, we're going to stay really focused on just making this hat light up. Now, as we get to the canvas, you can see on start and forever. I always think of it as looking kind of like a lasso shape where on start happens right as you turn the microbit on. So as soon as the microbit gets power, and that's every time it gets power. So if it's been powered down, it's not getting any juice, it will not be running. And then as soon as it gets some power, it's going to run the on start block, and then it will move on to forever. So it'll do the on start block and everything inside of it once, and then it'll keep going through the forever loop, well, forever, until basically there's an error or there's no power, or you tell it to stop, although that's kind of difficult. So let's go ahead and just kind of make sure that our microbit is working and do something really basic to get started and check our connections. Actually, I don't even want that one. Let's go to this show icon. It has some pre-made little icons to show up on the main screen there. And look, all kinds of things there, but a heart sounds good. We'll start with that. And then I know that because I've done this a few times, that heart will show up and you'll see that there. But I want to add a little pause after that because I'm going to go show some other things afterwards. And I'll go ahead and just make it half a second. And it looks like there's a little maybe rendering issue there, but I can be pretty sure that it's working anyway. Now I want to show a different icon on the forever loop, and I think I'm going to have it just alternate between two different things, maybe a check mark, and I can actually just duplicate this here because I want to use it again. I'll go between the check mark and a happy face. And an issue here is I don't have a pause in between again, so I'm going to want to do that twice. I'll just go ahead and duplicate that real quick. And half a second might be a little bit slow, so I'll put that back down to 100 milliseconds. And now let's look over here. So it's a heart, and then check, happy, check, happy. That looks good. All right, so I'm just gonna download this and put it on my microbit and see how it goes. So I've hit download. You can see it's downloaded automatically. there's a way to streamline that I'll show you in a little bit, but we won't do that for now. So now it's been put in my downloads folder, and that's the file. You can see little test project.hex. So that's the file I was just doing. And then you can see there's a microbit device in my in Finder on Mac, but it would be in Explorer for Windows. And you can just take this file, drop it right into the microbit. It's going to upload. And now watch the microbit on my desk. Before long, there's a heart, check, face, check, face. All right, awesome. So that's running, that sounds good. It's very common to see an error show up on your computer that says the drive wasn't ejected correctly. You could ignore that. That's just part of the automated process of downloading the code onto the microbit, and then it just kind of like downloads and then it disconnects itself as it restarts, and the computer thinks that you did something wrong, but actually everything's okay. So that's how that works, and great. So we can go ahead and just close these windows and close that, and we're happy that that's working. So in the next video, I'll show you how to get those LEDs working.